Probably one of the most important things that you can do for your brain fog are the things that you do consume as far as food on a day-to-day basis. So I'm going to talk about the 5 best foods that you could consume to help eliminate that brain fog that you've been dealing with. If you don't know who I am, I'm Dr. LeGrand. I have ADHD and dyslexia. I grew up with it, and I've been able to figure out how to manage my own ADHD in a more natural way without using medication. I now help adults all across the world to help with their focus, their brain fog, their memory issues, and a lot with their ADHD. And when it comes to ADHD as well as brain fog, I think one of the best things that you can incorporate is the foods that you consume. And the very first food that I think can make such a big game changer for your brain fog to help eliminate those things is fermented foods. Now, let me explain why fermented foods are so powerful. Fermented foods really do help a lot with our gut. And the reason why the gut is so important when it comes to brain fog is if your gut bacteria is off, if you've been taking antibiotics, it destroys all the gut bacteria and can cause symptoms of brain fog. But also if your diet has just been crappy for years, you're going to have multiple episodes of brain fog, but also even episodes of fatigue, as well as focus and clarity of the mind when you do not have a good gut flora. And so incorporating fermented foods, things such as like yogurt, fermented pickles, fermented anything, as well as like sauerkraut, even kombucha, kimchi, all those things are really great because they have natural probiotics. They also establish good gut flora. And when you can establish really good gut flora is because your gut does make up about 90 to 95% of a lot of our neurotransmitters. So things such as like serotonin, which is really important for establishing good mood and also motivation and drive. But it also, even in the gut, about 50% or more of our dopamine is made in the gut. So it's really important to establish good gut health. The second food that I think is so important is that we need to protect the brain. And so when we are eating crappy food, as well as exposing ourselves to environments that does attack the body, but also attacks the brain, that causes oxidative stress. And this happens every day. So we need to be diligent on consuming foods that are going to protect us from those oxidative stresses. And one of the best foods that you can incorporate, and one of my favorite, is blueberries. Blueberries are so high in antioxidants and are so great for the brain and can help prevent from brain fog episodes and also protecting the brain. So that's definitely one of my favorites by far. And the third foods that you should definitely be incorporating along the same lines of protecting the brain and antioxidants is leafy greens, vegetables, things such as like broccoli, spinach. All types of leafy greens are going to be so beneficial because not only does it have a lot of antioxidants, it also has very important key vitamins that are very important for helping us to focus and to concentrate and have clarity of mind. And if you're deficient on any of those areas, and because you're not getting enough vegetables into your diet, you are going to have symptoms of brain fog. If you've been truly suffering with brain fog, then you should download my free Focus and All Day Energy Focus Guide in the description below that goes over all the different foods, supplementation, testing you should do to really identify why do you have this brain fog. So go ahead and download that guide in the description below. And the fourth important food to incorporate, I think, on a regular basis is certain other antioxidants that can protect the brain, but also can feed the brain and benefit the brain in a greater capacity. And I'm referring to is omega-3s. So any foods that have omega-3s not only are a great antioxidant and protectant, but also is really important for really having the brain having its nutrients that it does need and to have that consistent cognitive output that you're looking to have on a regular basis. But more importantly is to eliminate that brain fog episodes that you currently are having. And so some of the best foods to incorporate more omega-3s is a lot of your fatty fishes, such as like salmon, tuna, trout, sardines. All those have really great sources of omega-3s. And is therefore is not only going to protect the brain and also helping eliminate that brain fog. The fifth food to incorporate, this is probably one that I've used so much throughout my college years that really helped with my own brain fog. And it really has to do with another important antioxidant, which is vitamin E. Vitamin E is a great antioxidant along with also omega-3s. So a great one is walnuts. Now, walnuts look like a brain. If you look at it, it looks like a brain. So it's great to incorporate something that I would eat on a regular basis to really help with my brain fog, but help with my focus as well, because it has such great sources of omega-3s and also vitamin E, and is really beneficial to reducing inflammation throughout the body, throughout the brain, because it reduces oxidative stress, protecting the brain, and therefore helping preventing brain fog episodes. Now, there is a bonus one that I want to talk about that I think has been such a game changer throughout my college years. And I would do this almost pretty much before every examination because I always suffered with brain fog, anxiety, focus issues before I would go into an exam. And the thing that helped me a lot was obviously incorporating all these different foods, But something I would always do before exam day, usually a couple hours before, and I just always thought this was beneficial, is I would always have a handful of blueberries that I would eat. I would eat a bunch of walnuts, but then I also would have dark chocolate. Dark chocolate has been shown in lots of research that it does help improve you to relax. It releases endorphins and it helps really with focus and clarity of mind. And so when I would incorporate that, I felt like I would just be more relaxed incorporating those three things. Now, along with foods, it's really great to eliminate brain fog. But if you're still suffering with brain fog, there are some great supplements that have been really beneficial for me and also for my patients and clients that I work with. And so you should watch this video next where I talk about the 5 best supplements that actually do work with brain fog. So watch this video next.